Update on the arrest of atheist activist Zara K. in Tanzania. Ex-Muslim and feminist activist Zara K., the founder of Faithless Hijabi, was arrested in Tanzania on December 28th, where she was held in police custody without clear indication of charges for 32 hours, after which she was released on bail. So that's just background for those who are unfamiliar. So the update is that she returned once more to the police station on January 6th and is currently awaiting a court hearing. The local authorities appear to be focusing on the charge of not returning her Tanzanian passport after gaining Australian citizenship from amongst the original 3 charges that were levied against her, which also included social media posts critical of the government and the use of a SIM card belonging to a family member. Simon Siro, the Tanzanian police chief, informed the BBC that Zara is now only being questioned over her citizenship status. Since she obtained Australian citizenship in 2018, Zara has not used her Tanzanian passport, and regardless, Tanzanian passports like hers have been made invalid for over a year. Sources on the ground believe that the charges against Zara were initiated by some members of the Ex-Shia Ithna Shari Jamaat community. Whilst in police custody on December 28th, Zara was asked about the work of her organization and why she left Islam.
So this is like, seems like they're using other excuses to pressure her. This is, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but this is a standard tactic a lot of governments use because they know if they come after you for your activism or for leaving Islam explicitly, then you're going to get a lot of human rights organizations to deal with, and you're going to get a lot of support. So for example, in Turkey, you have somebody that was an atheist activist, and instead of going after him for his atheist activism, they went after him for having an illegal balcony in his apartment. And people are like, if you want to go defend the guy, people are like, oh, what do you think? You think ex-Muslims or atheist activists shouldn't have to follow the law? Like, they keep on trying to find ways to pressure them. And if you want to defend them, they're like, oh, you guys are trying to make it seem like it's about atheist activism or religion, but it's not. But that's exactly what the government is trying to do in some cases like this.
It's judicial harassment, basically.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a good name for it. Yeah. Rivka, you wanted to say something?
I think that's exactly right. I mean, if you can find something that is seemingly legitimate or seems salient when you first, mention it, but it's really not, it's specious. So it's a way to get the person in and question them about all kinds of things that you say is tertiary to this particular charge. And it also makes it look like you're doing something to the people that are pushing you to somehow silence this person, punish this person, so it kind of serves like a dual purpose for people, because it's not really the blasphemy or anti-Islam, but you're also looking as if, you're taking action.
Yeah, AGA is raising the point. This is true. So Zara has had to report to the police station daily, and it's still not, finalized what she's actually going to be charged with, although the police chief has indicated that they're mostly interested in the citizenship question, because for those who are unaware, there's one extenuating circumstance. Basically, you cannot be a dual citizen of Tanzania and another nation. And so, there's kind of this, they're presenting it as if because she lost her Tanzanian passport, that she was maybe falsely presenting herself as a Tanzanian citizen. But since she's only ever used her Australian passport since she gained citizenship there. And Rivka and I were speculating, this is purely speculation, about why the other 2 charges are not looking like they're being pursued any further. And Rivka and I were, before the show, speculating that it may be because the charges of, not having a SIM card registered in your name or criticizing the government on an international lens looks so bad for Tanzania. They may think that pursuing this citizenship question may look more legitimate to an international audience, since we've called for international attention and international media has been paying attention to this situation. So yes, moral of the story is, well, not moral of the story. What we need from you guys is we need to continue to put pressure on the government of Tanzania, and also call on Australian authorities to up their pressure as well. We need Australian authorities to get more involved. And so if you guys go to the Council of Ex-Muslims of Britain and look at the second update that they presented for Zara, they provided a ton of information on all of the Tanzanian and Australian authorities that you can contact. So I've been sending emails to authorities, and I highly encourage you guys to send emails to authorities. If you have an honorary consulate, a consulate, or an embassy in your area, or just the closest one to you, give them a call and ask them to step up. Yes?
I also wanted to say, if you go to my page, Community Secular Alliance, and you ask, we have a private group you can join specifically about Zara. And on there is a template letter that Susanna and I kind of put together that you can use. And actually, you know what? Maybe I'll pull that off of there and send it to you, and you can put it up on the page. And it's basically, because sometimes people aren't sure what to write. This kind of gives you an idea. And I also know that, for example, in the United States, there's no way to email the Australian embassy unless you know a diplomat personally, or you have some reason, some email for someone at the embassy. They don't do emails. You have to call them. So that's something, you could mail them an actual letter that you could do, which, sure, go ahead and do that. I would encourage that. But if you want to speak to them in the here and now, on the quick, you need to call. And they're pretty responsive. I've had pretty, good conversations with them. The 3 times I've spoke to them.
Ghost Bunny is saying, great job on activism on her behalf on putting pressure on Tanzania. It's not over yet, but it looks like they're getting worried about pushing those other charges. Yeah, I mean, if I was a police chief and the BBC was calling me, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is on a different level. Yeah, do you guys have any? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, a lot of times it's also a calculation. What do they think they can win on?
Yes.
And this, I'm guessing they think they've got some leverage or standing or something, even more than the SIM card thing. So,
yeah.
All right, let's go to the next news.
Really quickly, I just want to say, so reach out to those authorities, and we need the Tanzanian authorities to give back Zara's passport so that she can return home. That's one of the sticking points right now, because we just want Zara safely returned home. Yes. So, yes.
And thank you guys for being so on top of all of this. This is amazing. And now, by the way, the more we do this, the more we're going to have a model. Not us, like all the atheists and the ex-Muslim community. Every time we do this, we're going to build on the experience that we had for the last cases, and learn how to proceed more efficiently for next cases. But yeah.
And AGA is using the hashtags that you should use when you're on social media, which are Justice for Zara K, Justice for Zara, and hashtag Stand Up for Zara K. So thank you to everyone in our community who has done a lot to help mobilize on this issue. I really appreciate it.
And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free. It's not even promotion. It's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.